Hey everybody, this is we got a moment of the bill there. We're doing active speaker. So anyway, hi everybody. Welcome to hi everybody. Welcome to our little stream here. This is the first time we've done this this way. So this is what we call an active speaker, or active speaker, a not an active speaker, but a second ear experience. And what we're doing here is you should watch this somewhere else. You should not watch us somewhere else. You should watch the keynote somewhere else on your iPad, on your phone, on YouTube, and then open this up as another window, and you can listen to us talk over top of it. That way, you get the full quality of the show, but you also get to listen to us opinionate. So anyway,
and we have
so
opinions.
hopefully that'll be if you are normally using Mukana, of course you can throw questions in. In fact, you can still use the QR code. Go to askofficehours.global. That's askofficehours.global, and you can ask questions, and we'll bring in questions. We'll be looking at the chat. We'll be looking at all the things that are happening there to make sure that we're hearing you as well. We'll hear your opinions as well as our opinions. We'll all kind of enjoy this together. So I'm going to open this up to here's our panel. So the panel here. We are here ready to watch it. It's beginning now with we've got a
Craig in a plane.
Greg in a plane
and a guy with a Vision Pro on. I love it.
Yeah, exactly.
Looks
It
like
is a
cargo
great
plane.
way, by the way, to watch to fly is Vision Pro. Yes.
Oh, Phil's flying the plane.
And again, a reminder, if you're just tuning in, that this is a second screen experience. We're not going to show you the keynote. You watch the keynote somewhere else, but you can listen to us. You can kind of play it there. We're not playing music into this. That way you can just put it in a second ear and listen to the show, listen to our commentary. It's kind of like a director's commentary, but for a live event.
The
people
old
who aren't
school
directors.
Apple logos patches on the outfit.
Oh my
look
gosh,
at
the
that.
hair.
Look
That
at
hair.
This has Craig written all over it.
Yeah.
Totally.
I feel like they
that's
have,
the
Repainted
plane.
the
I feel like they have to
citation.
have a conversation now. Like, how can we go even crazier than we did the last time? Like it's, like what,
I'm
definitely
guessing green screen.
Yes, but
Alex, do you
wow.
think they shot this at a higher frame rate? It doesn't look like 24.
Oh, that's nice with the canopies for the titles.
That's
Nice
that's
touch.
great.
Yeah, I don't know what the frame rate is. I'd have to look at it, but I don't think Apple's done. I don't think they do 24 for these.
Oh, that was a nice tie.
Put Tim on the roof.
Show off the solar panels.
Yeah.
Show
Check
the show
insurance
and
premiums.
and frame the stage.
Yep.
You know he's got a full body harness under his clothes.
Insurance is a thing.
Trees are growing in white quite nicely.
Yeah.
I always wanted to say
platforms,
today,
not
yeah,
products.
we're doing the best we can. Like it's been a hard year. They're not incredible, but they're they're incremental,
Yeah.
but they're good.
This year's not as good as other years,
Yeah.
just so you know.
But hey, it's been a hard year. I mean, we've been under
Apple
a lot
TV
of pressure.
starts us off. TV Plus.
Mediocre announcements today.
Yeah. I can't believe it's been
No
5
store-
years for Apple TV.
No
That's
store
incredible.
announcements. It used to be you get all the announcements of all the new stores that opened.
Yeah. And all the stats. I think they just kept on
Yeah.
trying to, I think it came from the fact that they were constantly trying to prove, hey, we're not going to die. It's like, like we're still going to be around. There was a lot of like near death experience, for the first 10 years after the near death
You
experience.
see that Peacock was number one for 2023 or number 2 for 2023, and it's because Comcast gives it away. Like, that's NBC.
Yeah.
We've been searching for a metric that shows we're winning. We found this
Yeah.
one.
Yeah.
We
It
found
was
one.
highest rated.
I like the titles are floating a little bit delayed from the thumbnail.
Yeah. Gives a little bit of dimension.
Nice touch.
Okay. So now this is just a bunch of Severance, by the way.
Severance
Is pretty
promotion.
good.
So good.
Actually, I think percentage-wise, their stuff is pretty good.
It's
Yeah,
very good
it is.
percentage wise. They
Not
They
much
have
of
some
it.
Watch
misses.
Silo. Silo is pretty good too.
Silo is amazing. I really enjoyed it.
Now with Brad
Season
Pitt
2
and Matt
coming
Damon.
out.
Damon.
we keep on. We're getting ready to do dark matter, but I always feel my brother was camera A on Presumed Innocent, so he was the A camera for that. There was just a little article written about him, so I can say it out loud. so it was so
An office hours guest.
yes, an Office Hours guest was the A camera on Presumed Innocent.
I've been enjoying the big cigar about the Black Panther.
The Black Panther.
Slow horses. Love
Oh,
slow,
Slow
horses.
horses is great.
You know, I have a family. I don't know if I can watch Slow Horses with the family. It seems like
Yeah, you probably can't.
It's a Vision Pro on a plane thing.
there we go. The one thing about Apple stuff that when you watch it, it's just oozes with money. Like
All
as
the
a
money is
production
on the
person,
screen.
as you know, as a production person, you just look at it. And everything is just spared no expense on every.
What's
frame.
George Clooney's day rate? Okay, we'll take him for
No,
a
it's not
week.
just the actors, but it's just the the
Look and
sets,
everything.
the cameras, the audio, everything is just like, and it's all in really great immersive, and you're just like, oh, so
Which
good.
and it's the
Which
highest
is-
bit rate always.
When the story doesn't land, that is like,
yeah, it's a
you're
bummer.
like,
Yeah, you're like,
Is there an elevator that gets up to that roof, you think?
yeah.
Many, I'm sure.
Audio and home. That's an interesting category.
Yeah, that is.
into
Mm.
intelligence.
That's interesting.
Leading with vision.
Available in Australia. Available in Australia. Available in Australia.
2.0, 2.0.
The only thing I care about.
They got Mike Rockwell.
I don't recognize him.
He's been around for a long time. I mean, he's definitely
He's a
one of the
head of
OGs
Vision,
when
right?
it comes. He's handed up Vision now.
Please, if you do the Formula One, you may get a sale.
Yeah, right.
Or two, in fact.
They're looking for one. I'd be
It's funny when
interested, they
when
won't
these
say
apps
the
show up.
numbers.
I've talked to some folks that have been on the receiving end of this, where they get shown in the keynote, and it's like $250,000 day. Like, you know, like because
Instantly,
all
yeah.
just rant. You know,
Right.
there's millions of people watching, and they just out of curiosity, I'll pay $450 for that because it was shown in the keynote, right? And it's just they just say, you know, you just sit there and watch because you don't know. They don't tell you it's going to be on there, and suddenly it's on, and because it's not your server, it just money shows up in the bank.
Ka-ching.
Yeah, it's a huge.
We should have a
ka-ching.
push notification for anyone logged into that developer account that just says, "Have a nice day,
Yeah.
Tim."
Could a developer
an
pay to be
IMAX?
in the keynote? That would be
Nope.
the next question.
No,
Nope.
when they shouldn't.
Apple will not. Apple is going to pick whatever they think is important.
They did
I
a
saw there
nice
was an
job of
IMAX
doing
app.
an overview.
There was an IMAX app there. Have you know about that, Alex?
Yes.
Yeah, it has some stuff in it. It's got their own little theater, and it's got
It's just their content.
yeah,
Okay.
some
You-
of
you-
their
I wanted to buy the
OS2,
Blu-ray
Oh,
OS2.
new
Oh.
operating system for the Vision
Okay.
Pro.
Finally, a use for my developer strap.
You know something's happening when we all go quiet.
yeah, exactly. Okay, well, this is good though. We fill in all the
Yeah.
gaps of the stuff you don't care
Exactly.
about, or that we don't care about.
Photos hits first.
Photos.
Interesting comment. Employees are wearing green in all the Apple stores this week.
Oh, interesting. I didn't think they.
Yeah, they changed the shirts.
Oh, they have
a few
spatial
times a
photos
year.
from the headset. What they don't have is spatial photos from the camera
Mm-hmm.
from the iPhone. Super annoying.
The panoramas are phenomenal in it, though.
Oh,
Oh,
okay.
I thought they were already doing that.
No. And with all the depth information,
that's cool.
not
Okay,
that
that looks
hard.
really cool.
Well, they've been saving
That's
that
cool.
information, or are they saying they infer that
Oh, it's in it.
information?
No, all that information. If you're shooting with a
Well, that's what I thought. Yeah.
camera with depth information,
With LiDAR. Yeah.
Oh, that's nice. They let you put yourself and commentate on the photos. through
Yeah, that's
Spatial.
the.
You can
I don't think
you can
that's new.
Casper yourself.
But think
Yeah.
about
Oh,
having
that's good.
some
Or
sort
that-
of spatialized filter on a panorama photo.
Ooh, did you see that trick with the thumb? That's really nice.
Oh, that's good.
So every now and again,
home
I'll get a
view,
little
so-
thing.
So see this, that's
Oh,
good.
Thank you.
You don't have to
Yes.
keep on looking up. Every time you look up at that stupid little arrow, you're like,
it
look up,
hurts
look
my
up, look up. Yeah, you're
eyes.
like,
Multiple displays. Come on, you can do it.
here's the problem for me
multiple
is that
displays, multiple displays.
I have 12 monitors. So like, it's like, kind of like,
Yeah.
like it's a
Now
downgrade.
everyone's going to get them.
Oh,
different
floating in the room.
aspect ratios.
Oh.
What?
Oh, yes.
Again.
Now what's the
Cinerama
resolution on
Plus.
this?
Ooh, 4K monitor side by side.
Oh.
That's great. Finally, a use for foveated rendering.
But you have to turn your light on.
You do.
The
That
Alex
makes me crazy. I
application.
can't use it in bed because like it's too dark.
It is
I get
really
messed up
good.
if
I
I'm-
did notice I opened a bunch of stuff that I was writing and I no longer thought about people next to me. Like I was just like, okay, I can.
That's what I really like is that I have a MacBook, right? And the tray is closed and the screen goes
Yeah.
black. So they can't see what I'm doing.
Didn't seem like mind blowing changes for V2.
The photos thing will be really cool for people who have
Cool.
it. But yeah,
Personas
nothing
look like
mind-blowing.
they've gotten
That-
better too. There are
Yeah, no,
Personas
they,
haven't really
there's
been-
features, but they're probably doing stuff under the covers as well.
But
Yeah.
having an ultra wide is so much better than having just a
That's cool.
200-inch
Yeah.
screen where your cells are.
Hmm.
That's interesting. They make a virtual table so you can work on it. Tabletop?
Well, that's going to be big.
And for anyone who
to
does
get-
presentations, just keep looking at how Apple does presentations because it's the best. You're the
Yeah.
best at it.
That API though specifically that would be able to
Okay,
allow
oh,
you
oh,
to
here it
create a
is.
tabletop.
Here it is.
Oh yes. All right, here
Oh,
we
wait,
go.
wait. You got video.
15 Pro and Pro Max only.
Right.
And 16.
Oh, there's your beloved.
We're getting the spec.
Oh, partners.
Wow.
Ooh, a specific lens. Interesting.
Well, no, that's been out for quite a
No,
while.
that
but
lens-
that's the first direct.
There's a bigger
bump.
one. That looks like probably a cheaper lens that is spatial. I don't know why they're doing the spatial one. Like, let's get rid of the interaxial distance. That doesn't make any sense.
Yeah.
But it's Canon through Apple into Vimeo as one
Mhm.
chain.
Yeah, that's interesting.
Well,
Vimeo.
But Vimeo makes sense, right? Because I mean, that's how
Yeah.
you can get unconstrained bit rate.
It's been high, yeah. High end. I wonder if it was live as well, though. Live streaming.
It's like being in the sphere.
I don't know if I've seen that one. Did I
No,
miss that?
what is that?
I don't think I've seen that the elephant one.
No, I've seen all the interactive, all the spatial stuff
Right.
they've pushed out.
Oh, here we
Ooh,
go.
Black Magic.
Black Magic.
Wait, what?
Oh,
What was that?
Whoa, 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 whoa.
It said immersive
The
on the
Vader
top of the
cam.
lens.
Looked like a boom mic.
Whoa.
Wow.
That was a
And that's
quick
all they're
glimpse. There's going to be a
doing?
lot of
They're
rewinds there.
Yeah.
That looked like an entirely different camera.
Entirely different.
If this was on VHS, you'd burn out the oxide.
Way to elevate Black Magic.
Oh, yeah.
Just
Yeah.
talking
That
about
was
Canon cameras and then
incredible.
Black Magic.
And not Final Cut Pro.
Well, they
it's the
showed Final Cut.
editing
I still think that a lot of times they purposefully don't push Final Cut. There's a lot of like antitrust stuff of not pushing your own stuff too hard, and I think that they don't push that too hard.
Did you see they snuck in the feature called AirPlay
Multi-view in
Receiver?
TV. Yep, AirPlay receiver and multi-view in TV.
Oh, and hi everybody. If you're watching on, um, if you're watching this, by the way, this is a second screen experience. You're wondering why you can't hear or see the WWDC. We're expecting you to watch it somewhere else. We're talking about it. So you open
Australia.
both of these. Did they say
Can
Australia?
you get it?
There you go,
Like,
Australia
there it is.
grant.
Yay!
There you go, Grant.
Australia.
Dollars US. Please put it in
Yeah.
an envelope.
There's
Send
Seriously,
it.
it'll be
Grant,
$5
do you have,
grand.
do you
is
have an
what it's gonna
iPhone
be.
15?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm going to get you to do something cool.
iOS up next.
I noticed it said they added mouse support. How many people do you think are going to use a mouse with Vision Pro?
Oh,
You could
I
always
would-
use a
might.
trackpad.
Yeah, being able to click and stuff. Yeah.
You could use a trackpad now. Mouse is new.
Oh, look at
Oh,
that
Tear
terror.
away.
I want to see the gag reel of that
No.
one where it's like,
And but audio sounds so good. It's not. It's as if he wasn't in a room that was totally circular with glass.
as if the whole thing is keyed.
Very shiny
Whole
surfaces
different
everywhere.
icon for home
There is
screen.
no amount of filtering to get rid of that.
There are a lot of rumors about the customization stuff coming.
My
A
mother will be
CIA
even
laser
more
mic
confused.
just pointed right at him. Real talk, though, you think they just do this with ADR?
Wait, hold on. Let's see. Oh.
Negative
Oh,
space. Hooray.
Is it by row or by app?
Looks like by
I
app.
bet it's by row.
Can't believe it took them that long to make that
Yeah,
changes
I
to the
was thinking
grid.
that.
It's because they do it stem to stern. It's not just a simple invert.
There's a lot of developers. There's a lot of big brands that are like, you just change the color of my logo.
Well, if they can give you two sets of logos, dark mode and light mode, then you can control it and just
But
make
most
it
of the
both.
brands have a monochrome version of their.
I'm just saying. The
logos.
question is
Mm.
whether they've loaded it in yet. Like, Apple's not asking.
Nope.
Okay, I'm stunned that they're allowing people to change app.
I wonder
color
if you can
icons.
opt
That
out as a
seems so
developer.
anti-Apple.
I bet you
I
can't.
bet you cannot, because they're trying to let you do the look the way you want. I love that though. As a
Wow.
user,
It's-
Mhm.
love
looks
it.
good.
That's great.
I'm just glad I
a-
filed
as
my
a brand,
trademark
that's
without
where we're-
color.
Yeah,
Please fix Control Center in Mac OS. That's the
they're
thing
moving
I've
really fast. This
noticed.
might be a 1 hour. They're not trying to get into detail. They used to like. That's the one thing about WWDC is it used to be this very detailed.
went
like,
deep
let me
on
break
what
all
they
the
wanted.
things. Yeah.
Yeah.
Rion reminds us that Android can do that with icons. Lol.
Yes. Yes, but does
Absolutely.
it work?
Yeah, Courtney's like they're catching up with Android widgets, but see, but for us, we didn't even
Yes.
know it existed. See, as Apple users, we were like,
Yeah,
oh,
because
look
we
at
don't
that.
care.
Look at the new thing.
But no real AI yet. No big
Yeah,
they haven't gotten
story.
to that.
We're
You
just
burying
said
the
going
lead.
we're going to
product.
talk about intelligence later.
I'm
That
sure.
was
I bet
the-
you that's going to be the last thing.
It's
they
the
talk about.
last
Only one
20
more thing.
minutes.
I don't think it'll be a one more thing.
No, but
it'll
it's
be
the
a-
new one more topic.
Ooh, did
It'll
you
be
see
the
that
last
control
topic.
center? Did you see that overlay? That's nice. You can swipe. Oh, that's really good. 'Cause I really like control center in iOS, but it's a pain in the butt on Mac.
Right, they got to fix settings. Settings on Mac is a nightmare.
You totally.
I just search. I don't.
Yeah,
don't
it's
look
like
anymore.
it's completely useless.
Yeah.
with third-party apps in Control Center. Interesting.
Do you see the corner down there? That means you can expand them. Look at that.
Oh.
Oh,
Mm.
and so we're gonna do this a little bit more casually than we normally do. But Chris Widener in Indianapolis asks, why have the gratuitous roof shot as his opener, just showing off the solar panels? That is what
It
he's
was
doing.
a trend.
It's
It was a
showing off the
transition,
solar
though.
panels.
You
Yeah.
also
Yeah,
saw the parachutes.
It gets
Yeah,
you to
the pa-
see.
it was setting up
gets
the
you to-
parachute gag.
It gets you to see
Oh,
they're at the campus. It shows off the parachute. It shows off the stage. You know, it's all those things.
on the
Ooh,
home
did you
screen,
see that
you
at
can
the
swap
unlock?
that. I really like that you don't just have to
Oh,
have camera app and flash
straight
mode,
in.
put other
Oh, that's
things
good.
in.
Hmm.
That goes with
All
the
right.
button on the side.
Here,
Yeah.
let's see.
Action button.
Let's see this.
Oh, thank you.
Some people hand their device to someone.
I
Some
definitely-
people. I never do that.
Here's your app level control that you were talking
Yep.
about, Alex.
There you go.
Well, and this is where the anti-theft stuff they put in a couple months ago is going to come in.
Yeah.
That's nice.
Mm-hmm.
It's a weird way to say it.
Hair track.
Hair track, bro.
The Ashley Madison feature.
Love that they make it sound so good. With like, say you want to hide Tinder, from your on your app,
Yeah, but we can't say Tinder.
Yeah, so we'll say hair, spatial hair.
Oh, that's nice.
That is so huge. Oh,
Yeah.
thank God.
And
Please give
notice
us
they're doing
read-only.
it on their side, which means that when the app asks for it, you can give them like 4 things, and the app just that was the call.
Yeah, and it satisfies it. Yep.
Yeah.
You know what I want is write only for contacts.
The hair dryer.
LiDAR hair dryer.
Oh my gosh.
That's how he achieves that look.
I just love that they're all in with the metaphor.
The goof,
Right. Tell
the
me
goofy
about the
does really
encryption.
work with him.
Courtney says he has no need for hair care tracking.
Me too, Courtney. Me too.
They are
Like,
very
they're
punchy.
so limited.
These videos.
You know, I
Not
bet they're going to add
anymore.
emojis.
They're color.
Oh, okay.
I'm guessing they're not going to talk about RCS support.
I think they probably will antitrust again.
I don't know if they'll talk about it, but
Well, but isn't iOS 18 what's going to support it, or is
Oh,
that coming
so
later this
scheduled
year?
Ooh,
text.
scheduling
scheduled
send.
text.
Yes.
what could
That's
possibly
awesome.
go wrong?
And none of this will work if you're using one of those dodgy apps that tries to bridge between our network and others.
Someone just sent me something from beyond the grave.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah, it's nice. They haven't touched those in a long time.
Yeah, nice little subtle animations.
This is like quiet, kind of low grade
Yeah.
ML.
ML, yeah.
Rihanna
Her
Smith said
word.
my
Very
camera
nice.
glitched for a split second after the hairdryer joke. Envy.
Yeah, this is in all the 15s.
Messages via satellite. Yeah.
Oh,
Well, that's that safety thing. That
Well,
they've
yeah,
been
but
working on
that
a
pays for
while.
itself so many times over
now
because
it's
it's so low
literally going to
bandwidth.
space. It's going to space.
I love that my phone goes to space and it's never used it, but I want to.
No, you don't. Because that would mean you're in deep
So
trouble.
now you can say,
I don't want to
you can send
have
emojis. I'm stranded in the desert, and then you can have like a little emoji like
A thirsty
Yeah, and you can be
face.
shivering like
Yeah, don't send them a water
the
glass
bandage.
emoji back. That's cruel.
The bandage emoji with a bandage around your head.
Is this free or is this chargeable?
it's.
Yeah.
They've never charged for it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they
we
said
tried
it was
one.
going
They
to be
said
a
that
year, but they
not
haven't
promising.
done anything.
Oh, yeah.
On-device categorization,
Yes.
or you can get a real mail server, but that's okay because most people won't.
I check my personal email once a month.
Whether you need to or not.
Again, these are all subtle ML pushes, transactions,
Like the Gmail
updates.
labels
Mhm.
better.
This is the intelligence you wanted, kids.
Yeah, I was going to say maybe
Did
they
they
do
have
a
a
summary
category for
close
junk?
at the end where they say, "Look at all the intelligent things we've been doing. This is intelligence." They wrap it up.
Yeah, Vincent Alvarez says he always thinks of James Kim
Yes.
with this type of satellite connection. James Kim he and his family were lost in the mountains. They got lost driving, and he went out to try to find help, and
In the
his family
snow.
survived,
It
and
was
he didn't
horrible.
because there was no way to get it out there.
Ryan says sat messages are free, but the iPhone costs $2,500. No, it's 15. Come on, be reasonable.
I mean, in
Arm
a
and
continent like
just the arm.
Australia, a continent like Australia, that actually is the
Oh, yeah.
satellite thing is really good
Oh,
because
huge.
the population
Yeah, it's life or-
density is so low.
I lose connectivity on the way to Bodega Bay. It doesn't, it's only in 45 minutes. I won't have any.
Hey, Alex.
Yeah.
Your tiles reactions are on.
Yeah, your thumbs up just happened.
Oh, because it's not tiles.
Yeah, it's a different app.
Your reaction is showing.
Wait, did it show? Oh, it's funny.
Your
It doesn't-
reaction. That's
I'm
what
not
we're all
seeing
hoping
it.
for.
Oh,
Yeah.
it doesn't go out that way though to tiles.
It did. Or,
It
oh, it
did.
does not to tiles, just to us.
Yeah, you guys just see it.
Oh, okay.
No, I saw it on YouTube.
I didn't see anything.
Interesting.
Well,
Tap to
Tap
cash.
Tap
To cash.
Oh yeah, there it is.
Look at the little animation.
Okay.
You're just actually
God,
flowing
that's
money.
beautiful.
That's
tap
nice.
to cash. Ooh,
I wonder
and
what
then
the
hard
limit on
bevels
that
ones
is.
complete. It's all soft, then it's snapped to be a hard bevel.
There will be a news item in 3 weeks about how people are being stolen money.
They made me go to Rite Aid to get a bunch of gift cards so I can tap to cash.
Ooh, your points right with an Apple Pay. That's nice.
Mm-hmm.
Pay with points.
I've played with Journal. Has anyone actually done it regularly?
No, I
Nope.
didn't
Never
like
opened it.
It's too hard to start.
I used Day One like a decade ago and I liked it.
It sure locked a few apps. There was a few journal apps that got killed.
Alex, I think that was foreshadowing for your wish list of wanting a universal off button in as part of Mac OS 15.
Yes.
The reaction.
Game mode on iOS. If anyone hasn't
Mhm.
played with the emulators, there's some really good ones right now.
There's more photos.
Playing Perfect Dark with a Xbox or with a PlayStation controller or a Pro controller.
Wrists are gonna get really sore when I attach that to a PS5 controller.
When Apple says this kind of stuff, I'm always like, it's going to be great or it's going to be horrible, and I'm not sure which.
Yeah, the biggest
The
redesign
redesigns
to
are always like-
photos? No!
These captions are baked in.
Yeah, because it's
You
a playback.
think?
It's a playback, so they could time it perfectly.
But it's still a live stream, but it's just that
They're streaming it. Yeah,
it's
they're
got the captions. Yeah.
yeah. The captions are on a VTT.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but the replay, it's going to be, re-uploaded perfectly.
So that you can embed it, so it's going out with the stream to YouTube or whatever, just like you would have if you were doing a Line
Yeah, of
21
course.
system.
Mm-hmm.
It's nice though. It's nice that it's totally
Ooh,
lined up.
filtering screenshots and photos. That's really nice.
I hate
Yeah.
seeing screenshots in the photo library.
Well, yeah, but I use them. I have to.
Can
I
you
do that a
filter
lot.
car parking things that I've photographed? So in
Yeah,
life, that's-
exactly.
I don't want to see those
E6.
either.
I don't need to see
Random
E6
info.
anymore.
Are those automatically created or am I creating them?
No,
I
I
bet
think their AI is
they're
creating them
automatic,
for
yeah.
you.
Yeah, again, this is just another subtle lift. It's just slow.
There you go. Receipts filtered out.
I think all Apple employees have perfectly beautiful curated photo albums like this.
Hashtag all my friends are models. I work in Cupertino.
It would take some time to get all the content for the demos just right.
I bet they just have a sack of it that they can just throw in.
I wonder if they're actually demos or just semi-created.
I wonder if they'll have little Genius Bar tutorials, so you can go in and learn how to use them.
Those
Well, and
are
if you
her
look
hands.
when the iPhone, yeah, why does that thumb look wrong? Like it wasn't tracking right. I can't explain it, but that looked wrong.
No. It's moving a little bit.
Courtney is saying these are all
Continuity is
features
always
the
the hardest
Google
part here
Photos
because
app have.
continuity is always a thing here because she's got to hold that
My God, that's
that
my
phone
dog.
exactly on
Yeah.
those wide shots the same way, so that when they shoot this part, it's because it's usually pretty convoluted. Like it's a camera over her head and the thing, and it usually is actually. I mean, when we've done things like this, it's actually them holding the camera and doing something, or someone's got fingers that are similar. It may not be
Okay.
her.
Someone
be
just
somebody
said
else.
Sam Altman is at the keynote.
Well,
Ooh.
Yeah, but this is all replay. You think they're going to cut to live? I doubt it.
No, but he'll be there.
There's the RCS mention. The quilt.
Yeah, I wondered if they do it like that. Yeah.
Logged in hidden
not
apps.
one mention of AI at all.
Hiking.
Well,
in
no,
that.
they're not going to say it explicitly.
I don't think. I think RCS won't come out until after the iPhone, and there'll be more additions that they
Yes.
make that are not transferred.
Audio and home. Here we think they're going to put a new AirPod.
Audio and home.
We're
Or
going
a
to
new,
fix the terrible Apple Plus interface on the Apple TV.
Oh boy.
Hmm.
That
It's a
little
part.
transition going down gave me vertigo.
Yeah, that didn't really work. Very low camera angle.
Yeah, that was weird. I'm like, why so low?
A flashback to me crashing a drone.
I think incredible is a big word.
Just solid.
It's in the Apple
Solid.
Superlatives Handbook.
They're the most convenient headsets ever.
Unless you're washing your face, in which case, whoops, just lost.
Oh my.
That's interesting.
nice.
To shake or not.
Right. That's kind of good.
The French
good, Ed.
bulldog.
That was
E-
good.
I
Everyone
love that
in,
they just cut to that.
everyone in the
That's a whole
elevator
shoot. That's
had
a whole
full
bit of
hands,
shoot to
though.
get that little 5 seconds.
everyone in that elevator had no hands free. That was well done. Somebody had a little French bulldog.
Oh, that's nice. To AirPods? Because I occasionally get a call when I'm walking out, and
No,
it can be
there
hard
it is.
if it's noisy.
Wow.
That's great.
That nod. That was a subtle nod.
Now when I'm walking my dog, I just want it to stop saying, "Are you done with your
What if you're-
workout?" Because I say no, and the dog
What if you're
goes,
not
"What?
sure?"
What did I do?"
What if you're not sure if you want to answer the call?
Yeah. Yeah. Can go
Yeah,
sideways.
can you
Shrug
shrug
your
your shoulders?
shoulders.
I don't know.
Do you have a send to voicemail?
Alex is considering taking your call right now. Please hold.
Ryan Thompson says if messages keep coming in, you'll look like a headbanger at an 80s concert.
Or schizophrenic. Yeah.
HomePods.
So that was just a firmware update.
I guess.
Yeah,
the
I bet it is because
AirPods?
they've had that baked in for quite a while. Oh, they're finally taking a branch from what's it called?
The X-ray.
X-ray. Yep. Of course, it's Insight, so it's at least 20% better.
It does look nicer than the Amazon version.
Mhm.
Okay,
This
but
looks
that
so
takes
pretty,
nothing
like-
to do because
Look at
that
that.
X-ray
And they
overlay on
spent no
Apple
time
TV is
on it.
awful.
Oh, I like
Oh.
that. What's the song in this scene? That's a nice feature.
And then add it.
Well, but they already
Oh,
own
if only you own
Shazam, so that's
Shazam,
easy.
yeah. Yeah, they don't even
Yeah,
need
they
to
just
have it in
rolled
the metadata.
Shazam's code inside.
enhanced dialogue instead of that
You can
center
actually hear
channel
what
push.
people are saying in a modern movie.
They get pushed back
Nigel,
from.
I'm really not sure what you're saying. Could you turn up the volume?
It's so amazing that we have an entire
yeah.
business around the fact that that sound designers have decided to push the dialogue into the. Then they blame it on the 5.1 conversion or whatever. You're like, no, you're mixing it in.
Steve would say you're mixing it wrong.
Yeah.
The
Huh.
21:9. That's nice. You wonder what the aspect ratio of this new iPad is.
Oh, that's cool.
Nice. How many people have actually finished foundation or what they've? Oh, you have. You got through it.
I did, and I only fell asleep twice. I had to watch the last season 1.5 times.
I really wanted
A lot of my
like
old
it.
Apple TVs just became
Going
really
forward.
nice clocks.
Yeah.
Hands-free unlock with the UWB locks.
Home electricity. That's interesting. What's that?
Yeah, they already do the peak. Like,
Yeah, I mean, that's already in HomeKit, so all they have to do is push it out to the TV.
They are really moving quickly.
Yeah.
spent a lot of time on the intelligence, right? They're going to summarize everything they've talked about and how it's intelligent.
I was
Ultra
watching an
wideband
old.
locks. That's
very
clever.
aggressive. Jumping, throwing their.
Yeah, someone added the metal to this. Please give me dog walk mode. Please give me dog walk mode.
Hmm.
Is that compression or is-
Calorimetry. I've never heard that word before.
I do like these announcements, but I
Now my
I'm
watch
using-
is going
I
to tell
miss
me I'm a
Steve.
slacker.
Yeah, I'm so not.
Yeah, I was going to say,
impressed.
is it just going to make me feel bad?
Turn if you had a carrot version of this, it'd be like, not enough. Like, hey, buddy.
Yeah. Stand up,
Is he
fatso.
softer than the background?
more.
For
Feels
someone of
soft.
your age, you're not working hard enough.
Yeah. Have you looked at the sleep mode on your phone? It's amazing.
I've just been pinging
It's
me a good little bit
incredible.
lately.
I use it every day to know just how sleep deprived I am.
Well, the fact that it cues you says if this is your normal wake up time, you better dial down now.
I didn't use any of these until recently, and I have to admit I've become pretty obsessed with all the stuff that's on my watch and phone. And
I got
Same here.
confused by the sleep mode, so we may not have to do that as a second hour.
Yeah.
Do you have to be
know
wearing
what?
a
If
watch
you
to
started-
get sleep?
I don't.
Sleep
I think
data?
yeah, to get the accurate sleep mode, I think you do, but it shows you like deep sleep, REM sleep, core.
Just with your phone
sleep.
next to the bed or with your watch on.
Yeah.
Either way, if you're consistent.
What I don't want to do is have it tell me when I was snoring because that'll be all.
New
Yeah,
apps.
Wife does that.
I have a girlfriend for
I was
that.
gonna say. Oh,
I'm not sure if physicians hate this or love it because I feel like they get a ton of false positives, but also every now and again, something really great.
Well, I've seen a couple of studies comparing this to real health metrics, and it's pretty close. They all said it's not exact, but it's pretty close.
Oh, it is. I'm not saying it's inaccurate.
The big thing that I was told is that it just gives you great trends. It just gives you a sense of where it doesn't have to be perfectly precise. It just,
Well, but it's always going to be the same, accurate to itself, right? And that's what matters.
It's like I have one of those blood pressure arms, and you just put it on a bunch of times. You just turn it on, you hit the buttons, you sit there, wait for a minute, and then you go back about your business, and it just loads into the phone. It just keeps.
My watch has been telling me my recovery rate, heart rate, has been getting better consistently, and so it's just that's a nice
that makes
positive.
A lot of sense. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, I've been going to the sauna every day, and I'll put it on workout other, and then you can see your heart rate the whole time you're in the sauna, go all the way up to 136 to 140 beats. It's like working out.
That's cool. Yeah.
There's a lot of high-risk pregnancy apps that are very important to people in that category, and there's more stuff Apple could do there, but they may Sherlock them.
Yeah.
I mean, the lawsuit, the potential for lawsuits, I bet they're going to be very careful in that. And the lawyers triple check all of that. I need to talk my girlfriend into using that reminders app for shopping. Every single time I just get it in the text message. It's like, no, I have to copy every one of them.
But you swap the two buttons over, and I'm still suffering with that.
So,
did you move your crown to the left
Chris
side?
also says, Chris Widener says in the chat, so everyone with iPods will look like they have a Twitch now. Yeah, we'll all look like we have.
That's right.
I do just miss the live demos that Steve did. I mean, they talk about
there
how
was kind of
they
nothing
were
like
slow,
that. Remember,
but that was pretty cool.
I missed the live demos that Steve did. I have not missed the live demos that everybody else did.
Anyone else did.
I think the whole concept of keynotes became a thing because Steve Jobs was really good at it. And so that became a big thing, and everyone had to do a keynote. But he was really good at it. There's one or two other people in the world right now that are really good at it. I think Jensen,
Salesforce,
and NVIDIA, and Mark Benioff and Salesforce. Those two stand out. Almost nobody.
We missed that, but that safety thing where people, if you go out for a run at night, somebody that you designate can keep track of you, your heart rate and things like that. That's really
sleep
nice.
tracker. That's nice.
That's clever.
Steve was just giddy, and we don't like. He was just like.
Remember when
are we going to actually be able to customize our watch face? Are we going? Like
They always say customize, and then it's like,
that means we
by
customize.
decree.
We will give you photos. We will. This is one of the places that
We'll
Apple
give you
I'm not
photos,
super
but you
excited.
can't
I so
pick 'em.
want to build my own.
I want a 1980s Casio watch face. Like,
And I don't want to pay a
Face
subscription to update my widgets. Like,
Yeah. Okay.
Thought all demos always had the same time on these keynotes.
well, they do.
9:41 and 10:09.
There's a. Remember when Steve Jobs made the entire auditorium turn off Wi-Fi for FaceTime demo?
Yeah.
That was pretty cool.
I always feel like, wow, there's so many announcements, and then I get all the updates, and then I'm like, what was it again?
What was that? Yeah.
one thing, and it's like I can't remember the 20 other things that I don't care about.
That's why I screenshot the product quilts. Oh,
All
here we
right,
go for Pro
comes
Apps.
Final Cut and Logic.
I would stop. Which powers, a pretty good lineup.
Now we're going to reiterate everything we said 3 weeks ago.
iPad.
Anything that can make the most of an M4.
Be worth $1,700. Be worth $1,700.
You see this? They're moving at a pace that suggests an hour, but I don't think they can wrap in 15 minutes. So maybe
I
we're
think the
getting a whole
entire
other
second
hour on
hour.
something else.
No, that might
Yeah.
be the case.
ML.
What's the new
Freeform
windowing system
logo.
they introduced a few years back?
What was that,
What's
Alex?
that called? With the new windowing system that they announced them for.
Oh,
Oh,
Stage
Stage
Manager.
Manager.
Yeah, I wonder if they're going to do some
Hmm.
stage manager improvements.
So they've
there.
already done that. It's available. Like when I plug in this second screen, I can choose whether to be Stage Manager or swipe over, like what I want it to do.
Doc Martin, great series.
Yes. I would love some more animation in Keynote. I mean, I love every bit of it, but boy, they can always do more there. Ooh, did you see the home?
And lots of new UI hooks.
Yeah.
New
I don't
logo
use
for
SharePlay at
SharePlay.
all.
I've never,
Sorry.
I've never used it.
I tried once.
I tried once.
Didn't work.
Yeah. Like, well, it didn't work. I was like, I don't get it.
Okay,
Okay.
as someone who has clients who really don't understand this stuff, this will be really handy.
That'll help
this
you
the
tremendously.
Now I just have to.
Remote control iPhone or iPad.
Parent support feature.
Yeah.
Possibly
Could
go
we do
wrong.
mix
Just
effect
wait
from
until
afar?
With my dad.
Employee
Wait.
support feature.
wait until Russian bad guy is like, okay, now push.
Mix effect from afar. Nice guy.
Oh, for just a second, I'm
Calculator.
like, oh, please do latex. Please do latex. They're like, calculator's going to be great. I'm like, oh,
Yes.
They said there's going to be an odd perfect number.
Wow.
124 times 4. Oh, I see what they're doing.
Oh, for 4K.
Calculator.
Well, at least I won't get hit with those ads on the calculator app anymore.
You know,
Pay the
it took them a full
$2.99.
month to be able to write with a pencil in the calculator.
Math knows it's going to convert it to notation.
Okay, if it's latex, then I'm in.
We've been working on the calculator for 14 years for the iPad.
It's the greatest calculator ever.
And for those who need this to do your homework, we'll break down the steps you can.
How much do I have to spend to have handwriting like that?
That's kind of cool.
That
Okay.
is cool.
I'll give it to
Still
him.
have PTSD from high
Will
school.
schools allow it or not?
That's cool.
That's slick.
That's
That's
actually
really
really hard
slick.
to do. Like if you just think about
Yeah.
how, like, just to add a logarithm and like get the brackets right. We'll see.
Although
if
what
it
I'd love to
works.
be able to do is draw it like. Let's see. Hold on.
Imagine.
Well, what if you can
Okay, that's
There's
pretty
AI
great.
for you.
tell it like the dimension of something and say what's the rest of them?
Yeah, that's right.
Do a little Pythagorean theorem.
I demand
Oh,
trigonometry
I see.
now that
Draw.
you've shown me. Ooh,
How do you get the picture into the calculator?
She drew
It's a
Actually,
it.
notes app. This is a
You've got-
notes app.
now all I have to do is draw my brackets in a way
Every
that it
math
can
teacher
infer
is like,
these
how am I
correct.
going to do homework now?
Yeah, how am I
Like,
teaching
it's
this?
like-
Yeah. Wow.
Okay, that's pretty awesome.
It is cool, except
Okay,
Oh.
inserting graph is
okay,
fantastic.
All right.
That's
showing
next
off
gen
now.
learning. Oh, that's not even fair. How are they doing?
Well, it's so much money in math and time.
I just
think it
assuming
just
they did this well. This is incredible.
think it'd be cool if you were like keeping score of like a card game. You erased it and then rewrote a new score and it retallied everything.
And it's like,
you were
I
playing
think
Rummy
you're
or something.
tallying. Yeah, I think you're tallying bridge.
Yeah.
There's still a knowledge, I guess, that you have to have that I think you can bypass now with AI.
Notes.
Right?
Smart script.
When I was in school, we weren't allowed to use calculators. I wonder if they still have that same thing.
No iPads either now. No notes. You can't use the Notes app.
Improving the appearance of my handwriting? Yes!
Yes.
From
Doctors,
chicken scratch.
take notes.
The turkey scratch. Oh.
Alex, just add that API in and your handwriting is going to be amazing on the Telestrator.
How about for us lefties?
Wonder how long it's going to
okay?
take for it to learn my awful handwriting. Maybe 6 months.
Okay, that means there has to be an onboarding, right? How's it going to do that?
No, it just
unless
watches
it knows
it.
my...
No, it watches it while you're writing it and builds that. It builds it over time.
and just infers it?
Yeah.
I haven't seen one left-handed person yet.
It's easier to shoot that way.
The left-handed people couldn't
You know,
sign the
'cause they
NDA quickly
hands
enough.
over top.
You just want
No,
everything. It's ridiculous.
I smudge everything when I'm
Yeah,
writing.
exactly.
That's the problem.
My girlfriend's
I
the
thought
same
they
way.
weren't teaching kids cursive that much anymore, and it was kind of dying out in young people.
They
I
aren't.
hope
It's not
that'll
taught in
change.
school anymore.
Yeah, I hope this will change a little of that.
Collapsible sections in notes. That is huge.
Oh, man.
Big time.
Oh, yeah.
Mac OS. Here we go.
Oh, what are we doing?
Mac
Parkour.
time.
Oh,
What?
he's going to
Parkour.
parkour.
Hang on.
Craig.
Come on.
Parkour.
Oh my word.
That's pretty good.
Wow,
That's pretty
not
good.
bad.
Oh, there
Look
you
at
can
that
see
hair.
the
It's a
face
stunt
of the
double.
stunt double.
Fixes the collar. Love it.
So absurd.
That was a pretty good
I
transition.
like that they didn't even try to change the
Made
the
us smile,
stunt
though.
double's face.
I
It's
know
just so absurd.
That little smile re-engaged everybody. We were
The
if we were
cheap
lagging
Mac
in our
Pros
energy.
in that photo, we're gonna get a new Mac Pro.
Yeah, the cheese grater just looks out of place.
Oh,
in
insert drug reference.
Hacky
There-
sacks?
It feels like they're having a lot more fun with these now. Like they're
Yeah, they are.
Here we go, the big reveal.
Oh, the redwoods.
Sequoia.
No,
Oh,
it's a
there it
mirror.
is. It's got to be the redwoods.
Mirror.
Sequoia.
Ah, and I had Bakersfield in the.
I win.
I thought it was good.
It certainly beats underwater sea kelp, right?
Lompoc.
It
Yeah.
helps that I drove one to work today.
Fresno. Mac OS. Fresno.
Just waiting for Sonoma. It'll just be like dairy.
Kind of drives me crazy, I have to admit. I have all these Macs that are
continuity,
constantly
yeah.
grabbing onto
I
my
know, I know.
iPads, and
I know.
And it's
if
like,
it can't
no,
find my
just put it to-
ATEM, if it can't find my ATEM, it just goes and finds a phone. Like, oh, by the way, I found one of your phones and put it
Yeah, and
into
it's
Zoom.
like it's next to
And
me
you're
on the
like,
couch.
it's like,
Yeah.
I'm guessing that UW ultra wideband unlock is going to be also brought in somewhere else. They haven't said it yet.
iPhone mirroring.
They can already do that.
You can already, yeah. That's AirPlay.
I'm guessing they
But you
just
can
have a
initiate
faster
it
way.
from the Mac.
What could possibly go wrong?
oh,
Okay, this is
Ah.
I don't need to make your iPhone apps work on your
Interactive.
Mac. I can make your iPhone work on them.
Yeah.
that's interesting.
That is interesting.
That's
Can I VPN?
So
into
does
it?
that
It's in
replace
another country?
tethered using your phone as a hotspot? Is this
no. This
connected
is
to the
it could, but it
actual
just
phone?
means you can run your phone on your Mac.
No, I know,
Yeah,
but
Yeah,
I'm
if you
just
have an
wondering.
iPhone app, it now works on your Mac.
Yeah. No, no,
Yeah.
Nigel's right. That makes sense. Anything that's
Yeah.
developer locked, it's okay. Just take your iPhone,
But
iPad,
I
wonder-
or iPhone and put it next to
Using
you.
keyboard.
I'd like to know how secure this is.
I wonder if it can deliver a web camera to that phone, which means that if you
I
wanted
don't
to
see why
stream in
not.
9:16, it would just show up as a phone, and you'd be
I don't
able
see
to.
why not, because you can already do
Sure.
that with, you know, the iPhone over it, over the screen.
I like the idea.
Is that going to be a new way to?
Because
that's
TikTok
gonna be
turned
very
off the RTMP
disruptive.
again.
I can
Is
have
this going to be
rubbish
a
from
new way to
multiple
join the
screens
office
on my
hours
Mac.
panel on Zoom through the phone? Just have a floating iPhone.
I bet it's the same thing.
It is nothing.
A little orange dot.
Okay, that force
Yeah.
pull was pretty.
Oh, it's
So it tossed off the OS, the iOS, from one to the other?
Oh, so you can use your iPhone as a
Ah.
clock, but still be using the apps.
Second screen for iPhone.
You got to admit, it's better than being on stage.
Yeah.
I get that. This is a lot more fun.
Yeah.
If you could combine the processing power as well.
Finally, I
Oh,
can
wait,
stop
hold
shouting
on.
at this thing.
Wait.
Be
Hang on,
more
Final
He
useful.
said Final Cut. Is he gonna drag and drop? Oh,
Oh, that's nice.
Ah,
And there's your reference mode.
so much easier than emailing it to your phone.
Share while video conferencing.
oh, sorry, Divi and Magnet. You just got
Oh,
Sherlocked.
I don't know.
Okay, I actually really like snapping.
I won't
Yeah,
use a
I
Mac
paid
without
for
it.
the app. I want my money back.
Well,
Alex,
no,
you don't need,
not the way
you don't
Mac
need
OS
wo-
does it.
Alex doesn't need words anymore. Just grunts and.
It's the Alex Frownometer.
This is the second ear experience with
Yeah,
Alex
like
just
this.
groaning.
Jar Jar was
Ooh.
right.
Oh.
Meat
a
Please let me
firework.
turn off reactions. Please, please.
Now everybody at
Did you
Apple
s-
loves reaction.
Oh, they're adding keying.
Oh no!
Oh, well, look at that. Wait.
Virtual background.
Keying. Hardware.
No.
Could it
Yeah.
be better than Zoom? Oh, please let me use.
Oh,
Bitword.
please say goodbye to all this mess.
No,
Passwords.
this is going to be about passkeys.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
an app though. I think it's
So they're
working it
it's,
everywhere.
So
they're
instead of
not
Keynote,
keychain
instead of
access.
instead of keychain being
Please
this
get out of our
weird-
keychain. Yeah.
the weird thing, you can have like something that is basically much more like
Yeah.
1Password and LastPass are probably.
I like this. This is good.
Yeah.
And I have to admit, I've been trying to get rid of LastPass, and I've been kind of like, I just wish Apple would do something that was closer to LastPass, and now they have. So the only problem with it will be is if you're trying to use it on a PC.
Which is usually a problem that I run into. And
I think it's great to have a standalone app because my dad never remembers where the passwords are. He knows it
yeah.
creates
Well,
passwords.
and the
he doesn't
problem
know
is
where to
every
find them.
browser wants to do it, right? That's what makes me crazy.
I hope they let you share with your family members because that's a nice thing of 1Password. I don't want to share all
Well,
my
yeah.
passwords, just some.
Well, they
Yeah.
have family sharing now.
Yeah, you can do that.
With the
I'm
password
now
app.
That's
officially
available today.
predicting that we're going past the top of the hour. Just
Yes.
letting you know.
we have Safari passwords on the PC, so it's cross-platform.
Didn't they yank Safari from the PC a couple years
Yeah,
ago?
but
Did they bring it?
that's why I need LastPass so that I can use it
Yeah.
on both sides.
You can still sync passwords
Ah.
as long as you have the iCloud client running.
Profiles
Okay,
in
but the
Safari.
iCloud client for Windows is awful. Like, I have seen that really make mistakes on systems.
I might give Safari another try.
Oh, here's
I
another
keep-
ML
keep
push
going back.
right here.
Do they have tab search in Safari? I can't remember if they did because I use a lot of tabs.
They have title search.
Yeah, you get multiple things you open up on the top bar.
Yeah, but you can't search multiple sites at the same time with one key.
I just want a key, like a keystroke, like because Chrome has this feature where, like, I have 100 tabs open in Chrome. I can just type a couple keywords, key letters, and
I do that in Firefox. Yeah, you can absolutely do it. I don't know if it's in Safari. All right, let's see what viewer is. Just looks like
I
a
have to say,
tweak on the
AirPlay
pip
drives
that
me
they already
nuts.
have.
Every time I go to share a screen on my iPad Pro on my desk, it wants to AirPlay it somewhere. I don't know where that is.
Have they?
Yeah.
Yeah, the thing that
But
they
have they,
embraced
though?
was the how fast could your thing be? You know, that drag and drop, which was meant to be a demo. I feel like they pay for one A-listing game title like every year. Like they pay them to.
Trust me, that's exactly how the gaming companies work.
I'm surprised they haven't done new AirPods Max. We haven't seen an update on those in a while.
A nice icon transition there.
Yeah, that was nice. Shader debugging's gotta be
Advanced
complicated.
games.
But after all this time, we're finally to stuff specifically for the developers, as opposed to a general information drop for everybody.
Well, I mean, again, there's the shift. It's a minute and 55 seconds in.
There's also, we're not covering State of the Union, which will be later. State of the Union is the real developer version of this. Like we probably should cover it. We're not going to, but maybe next year. But that's the one where it's like 2.5 hours of them just geeking out, like talking about libraries and talking about all the other things. That usually comes a little bit later in the afternoon.
Yeah, this one is basically for the market, right? This is for the stock market, for the stockholders. Oh, what are you doing now? That key looks really soft on the end.
Yeah. I feel like that green screen. I feel like they must have had to shoot it up at Ubisoft. Like they didn't.
Yeah, why does that look so bad? That just stood out.
It did not really work. Maybe something happened at the last minute. They had to do it, or definitely doesn't feel as well set up as the other ones.
Assassin's Creed is an A name. I guess that's the one they paid for.
A lot of meetings about that key.
Yeah, I bet you there was.
Yeah.
What happened?
I actually read about this. There is this African samurai that they decided to base this game on. And this is a real person. Pretty cool. I'm not going to play the game, but my girlfriend's in.
I mean, it looks pretty amazing.
Yeah,
It
looks
does.
Come a long way since Myst.
I used to have a budget of like, I had like 5,000 polygons for the whole level, for the whole like scene.
The
Speaking
whole
of this,
level?
They just
But I'm bitter.
remastered those. They are available now.
Anvil Engine. I guess that's what they're calling their render engine.
Won't help my text-based games. That's what I'm looking for.
You want to play Zork?
Your mud. Couldn't tell if that key was soft because it's white on white with Craig.
I can never remember the version history now of Mac OS with all
I
the names.
know. I used to be good
No,
at
I don't know
that,
which
and
one
now
came
I
when.
can't.
That hiking in maps, it looks really cool. I know that's been keeping track of a lot of my walks, and like having that easier to get to. I haven't really found
Yeah.
an app that I was happy with that just keeps track
They're
of all of those
they're
walks.
starting to add topography, and they're doing it well.
Yeah.
It should be Mac OS 15, Sonoma OS 14.
Sensitive
Doom
content.
transitions.
Sensitive content analysis on Vision OS. All right, I'm gonna go break my Vision Pro. I don't know about anyone else.
I'll break my iPhone for you.
That key looked wrong too. Maybe it's just because it's coming through.
Oh. Here's Tim just walking around.
Here it is.
Ah, there it is. Thank you.
Here's the manifesto.
Yep, you
Yep.
called it. Gonna hear this all week.
This will be in every presentation.
Well, but they thought a lot about this, and this is actually really, really good. That these bumpers for ML is really important.
Yeah, you can't disagree with this.
I was going to say secure, but private is better.
All I need is a really cool neural animation with rainbows.
Personal intelligence.
AI.
Apple Intelligence.
Ah, I knew the rainbows were coming.
Do you think personal intelligence rather than artificial?
Well, personal intelligent meaning on the unit, on the device. That's why they're calling it that.
I know.
There you go. Apple Intelligence.
Apple Intelligence.
I can watch those renders of line drawings all day. I think they're beautiful. Well, that was a bizarrely jarring trend. They like went right through the glass, but they didn't do it slow.
Here's the differentiator.
Yeah, features instead of just a cursor.
Well, it's your system, not the one everyone else uses.
That's a little flex. Those ASCII characters with the circle.
They've got us listening.
Yeah, we're okay. Okay, you have our undivided attention.
Yeah.
All words know. Oh, here we go.
Yeah.
right now Grammarly's going.
Unless Grammarly's the back engine.
Could be. They could be paying for it. Somehow I doubt it.
Save me $100 a year.
Like the transition from dynamic backgrounds back to white when they're doing a slide
It's really
with information.
nice. Well, and look at that subtle alpha, like right behind it, right? The white and then the blur.
Oh, that's kind of cool.
That is neat.
Does it know people I don't like and make their images worse?
Oh,
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
it's-
Do they become a
pretty
skull and
cool.
crossbones? Okay, I haven't seen anything that good from a large model aside from what Alex has been managed to turn out. You think they're licensing it?
No.
This must be an API into open.
It's gotta be. Well,
It doesn't have to be. I mean, Stability AI isn't connected to anything else. And what they're doing is they're limiting the number of looks that it does. So they're not saying you can do anything.
Sorry,
But
you
yeah.
mentioned notes I have to drink.
Craig mentioned AI images in Keynote. Yeah, just being able to draw something, say put a phone in here.
that's
Like,
wonderful.
If I
There you
could
go,
talk to
Alex.
Keynote,
There
it
you
Yep,
go,
here it is.
Alex.
This is what. Yeah. See.
Can I use a podcast
Yeah.
app that isn't podcast?
Any talk of Siri?
Siri.
No, I bet you that the whole thing's going to be Siri free.
We've
don't wanna
made
scare
Siri
people.
smarter.
They do that. They're not going to brag about it. At least not yet. Here we go.
And then be given a shopping list.
line in
You
the
can trust
sand.
us.
This is it right here.
The safety message.
Yep. No surprise there.
Ooh.
Yeah, it's just going to be a key handoff, right?
Secure enclave stuff.
Well, yeah, so you can inform with a long
It's just that
character.
it's not putting it up on. It's just not
Yeah,
putting
it's
it.
just not. It's not
Putting it up on
pushing
the
it out.
cloud.
Not letting it out of the phone
Mhm.
or device.
Specifically the Pro, it said there, for the 17. Phone's going to be working hard overnight.
Semantic index. All right, now they're pulling some actual terminology. Oh, here we go. Yes.
Or if they get sold.
Right.
A big deal.
Private cloud compute. All right.
Can I run Mix Effect with that?
There was an article about that a couple weeks ago. $4 billion in cloud infrastructure.
And a very unhappy FBI.
I bet they don't have a problem getting GPUs.
Said powered by Apple Silicon computers. So you think they've got Mac Mini server farms for this?
No, I think they have specific. I think
They've
they're
built their own
using
server boards.
Built their own data centers, maybe.
I bet they build their own server boards.
It'll be curious to look back at how far back the on-device processing will work, to like think about how long have they been planning to put to use these neural
I can tell you
engines for
since
something like
since
this.
the iPhone 10. Like that's how long they've really been doing this, since the A10.
Well, an iCloud is always run on Apple servers as opposed to AWS or something.
But I meant like the on-device stuff, because they've been putting those NPUs in for a long time.
That's interesting.
I really want to listen to the security, to the back-end implementations of this.
A branded, certified, approved website.
Was that the copy?
I'm sure the security community is going to dig into how all this stuff works pretty quickly.
Like when they went nuts over Microsoft Rewind or whatever it's.
Siri.
Oh, Siri, here we go.
Infinite Siri.
I'm not sure if I'd buy that, but okay.
I don't agree with that statement.
I don't know.
There are 250,000. No,
It's your truth.
No,
We have different truths there.
That's not what I said.
These
Siri.
things can be true.
No, work. Call work.
Foundational capabilities. But will
Ton
it
of
work?
cash in the bank.
It's interesting that they refer to Siri as it.
Yeah.
But in the world, it's she. Often she.
Not anthropomorphizing probably
I
makes
like that.
as
I
a
like
point
that.
I wanted to make.
I like
cool.
that. That's a nice push instead of that amorphous little blob.
There's your Muir Woods call out.
Where are you starting?
What could possibly go wrong with here, there?
No new Siri voice. I was hoping we'd hear a more
Oh, yeah.
realistic sounding
Thinking
one.
that. I was hoping for Scarlett Johansson.
Has anyone
Voice.
ever typed to Siri? I'm genuinely curious. I have never done that.
I think this is new.
Yeah, I think this is new. This is like the chat
Yeah.
GPT
Yeah,
interface into
There's
the
been an
iOS.
accessibility way to do it. Now it's just a double tap at the bottom of the screen.
Yeah, but if you want to
Yeah.
reschedule your doctor's appointment when you're in an elevator, it's actually not a bad idea.
Can't you just nod your head for that now?
Actually, that would be 2 to the left, and then you have to put your left elbow.
Yeah, it's like
This is huge. This is all
cable.
functionality stuff. How do I unsend? How do I use invisible ink? How do I screen share on a Mac?
The Siri Genius Bar.
I don't understand your request.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm sorry. You can search the web for this.
You can search for
Just
I can
pick
search
up
the
your
web for
iPhone.
you, yeah.
If this works, it's going to be a big deal for a lot of people, and I'm
Yeah.
going to get
Yeah,
less
for
phone
sure.
calls.
Well, with AI, it should be learning on you, know what you kind of want to do, and should have your favorite places, the places you
That's-
go. The
Apple
doctors.
Intelligence has
Siri.
determined you're incapable of doing this, but please, here are the
Yeah.
phone number of people
I'll tell you what to do, but I wouldn't do it.
I wouldn't do.
Yeah, you need the sarcastic. Yeah, I don't.
I
I
don't know
can
about
tell you
that.
that, but I think it's such a bad idea. Are you sure you want to do that?
Well,
I mean, do you
I
really
wouldn't do it, but if you
I mean,
wanted
you-
to,
you could do it, but
could
the
do
question is, should you do it?
I could schedule
Orchestration
that,
is
but you'll
key.
die. Do you want to go forward?
Contextual.
Orchestration is really important if they can make it run across all the apps.
Yeah.
That's
Okay.
when that gets.
There were a lot of things
you
that
show
just
me a
crawled
picture of this
across
person in New York wearing her pink coat, and it finds the photo.
Okay,
What?
Yeah.
but did you
that would
see?
have saved me a
Pull,
ton of time.
pull
this
that
week.
website that I had about cicadas last week. Here's the push.
I can tell
It's
you
not a
how to do
concert I'd
that,
want to
but
listen to.
Why? I can tell you how to
Oh,
do
a
that,
new
but
framework.
why do you
Oh,
want
this-
to do that?
This is new, isn't it?
Well, app
No,
intents,
app intents
have
are not
been a
new.
thing.
No.
Yeah.
It's like deep
I think they're-
links.
Well, they're going to be pushing it more closely into Siri, I think. Okay, there's summarize.
Ideally, you can just chat with Siri,
Yeah,
for some
but
time. And
do you notice that they bring one thing up, right? And then they bring Siri up, and they're very careful in the way that they say, these two things are going to be connected, but we don't quite know how yet.
it's cool.
One more demo.
One more demo. First thing is, this person is my mom.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
You've already got that though. You can say.
Yeah,
"Hey,
that's
Mum."
in my V card. Has who will.
Maybe you can
Right.
do it with.
Well,
you
that's-
can do it with Siri. You can.
That's
you
what
can
I'm
say,
saying
Call
is
Mum.
that's how to do
It
it.
says, "Who is your mum?" Yeah.
Or learn to pronounce my name. That's a good one.
Sorry, Mum, I didn't call home for a week. I was talking to Siri about you.
Didn't
We were
need
talking
thought-
together. We were making plans. And see,
Sorry.
and if I was talking to Siri about our friend from Austin, we'd be making plans for Nigel.
Sorry,
Bit of
Mom. I thought
XTC
Siri was
reference
you.
there.
And we have a title.
Oh, I typed in, imagine I'm driving to the airport and trying to figure out to pick up my mom and trying to figure out timing. Midjourney came up with some funny things.
Oh, douche. Oh, I would like Siri to say
Here we
Apple
go.
Intelligence is incompatible with WordPress.
I'd like to see them do, all the Office products and show what they're going to do, other than just
rewrite.
They'll break that down when they're moving
this
so
is
quickly. This is
WWDC
very
intro.
clearly a bunch of big stuff, and they're showing us the graphics overlay. Like, look at this rewrite. I want to know how it varies, whether it's online or off.
I always think that when I do it with ChatGPT, it's like, ChatGPT, can you remove all the life out of this letter and make it totally bland and boring?
How about I wrote this when I was angry. Please just add as much corporate doublespeak as you need, so that I just won't come across as a bad guy.
And
please make this
snarky level
appropriate
10.
for Twitter.
Make this read like
Give it War and Peace and be like, please make this a tweet, nice and short.
I mean, I think this is cool, but it's changing the way that we interact as humans, to the point where it's make this letter more fluffy, and then the people get a summary of it on the other end. As like, don't make me read all this big email, just summarize it for me. It's like, and no one's reading any of the words anymore.
Have you noticed the dictation gets there, and there correct finally? Like that alone tells me like they may actually be able to do something.
So maybe
useful.
Grant, there's a receiving function. What did they really mean by this email?
Yeah.
Well,
then you're going to use your intelligence to take my intelligence and like decrypt.
Yeah, you'll be fighting with your son, and it'll go, tell me what he really means.
nice. Kat,
what
does
did
you if you
Nigel
missed a
actually
question?
write? What did Nigel write before this was increased and made?
It'll be, I'm sorry,
AI.
please unlock Nigel's iPhone for that answer. Okay, that's cool.
That's pretty nice. Yes.
Do you think all this is Apple internal, or
Oh,
do you
this
think
is-
that this is derived from
This is
somebody
good.
else?
This is
No,
good.
this is all Apple internal stuff, I think, because it's all happening on the device.
We've
I mean,
checked the blood
the
pressure on
development.
your watch and replied for you.
This is good enough. You could start to
Oh,
base
man.
rules off of it.
This is fantastic.
That's nice.
That's pretty cool.
Mm.
And to put it
That
up top,
preview.
that's beautiful. Reduce interruptions instead of do not disturb. That's clever.
Well, this is all classic Apple. They waited for as long as they possibly could, and then they just dump a heap of great ways of doing it.
I'm still going to
That-
turn background app refresh off on most things because wow, what a waste.
Pretty great though to be putting it in the context of here's how it's changing your life instead of look what we
Well,
can
but
do.
that's correct. It's a feature instead of just another thing to learn. That's the point.
It's a usage-based.
benefit.
Right.
Yeah, and if it'll just do find and delete all the Zappos emails and stop them from ever coming to me again, that'll be worth it right there. I'm not looking for shoes.
Here we go.
I've never used Craft.
I have. I've been playing with it a little bit, but it's one
So
of
this
those.
is the important piece here is oh, you can have a third-party app that gets access to all these tools
Right.
as well. And
That means it's open.
as the third-party app, you're not getting all that data about the user. So by using the Apple APIs, you're able to use
You have a
you're able
shield
to have
against
you're able to
data
offer
mining.
AI solutions to your customers in a way that you can make those available without having to worry about managing their PII, managing all the data, managing all those things. It's just Apple hands that to you.
Love this.
Are you seeing this
Yeah.
Genmoji thing? That's pretty
yeah,
cool.
love this.
Not available
are-
in
this-
RCS.
They're like, this is how we're going to break ASCII yet again.
There you go. Bitmoji's come back.
No, I mean, it's just going to throw out a PNG for anyone else that's
What
agreed.
do they call it? Genmoji. Genmoji.
Genmoji. Oh my.
Ah,
That's pretty.
Yeah, people are gonna like that.
Blue bubbles only.
They're going to throw out a PNG.
Wait a second. What is this?
Well, this is the generative part.
They're trying to do a mid-journey.
That looks so much like Midjourney to me. Interesting that I think they've standardized these verticals.
It's the beginning of build your own cute
Right,
clip
so
art.
they take these verticals and they let you mix them, right?
On device.
That
Well,
mean
and
they're
that's going to
yours?
be the
Copyright?
limitation. The limitation,
much
that
of-
this is where the processor is going to come in, right? How many verticals can you integrate at the same time and how quickly will it happen?
so much of this AI stuff now is like let's just live in the uncanny valley. You know,
Right.
not just
Don't
not
worry
just what
about
we're
it.
seeing, but what we're reading. You know, everything is just a little bit.
Just
Uncanny.
a little bit shinier. That movie with Bruce Willis, right? When he's walking around as a cyborg of himself.
I'm still more interested to see how this works in Keynote.
Yeah, me too. That was all I was thinking in that minute. Did you see that koala? That looks so much like the koala that you did for me a couple
Yeah.
weeks ago, Alex, that like I feel like they licensed at least the basis of a lot of this.
Yeah, that's all happening locally. How much is it storing of where it's pulling from on your drive? How much space is this
I-
now going to take up?
so-
The new update's
so that's the
going to take up
limitation,
half
right?
your
Update might be.
space.
I like how it went from Keynote pages
by-
and numbers to Keynote
by-
pages in freeform.
See here. See, that's the whole thing. They don't have to figure that out.
Yes.
They don't have to. The developer doesn't have to figure it out. They can just put all these things into their apps without having to pay for it.
Yeah, and it's like, you can do your own thing, but here's what you're giving up.
Or I wonder how much of it's like vector based rather than pixel based, and so it's able to store a ton. And then
Well, I
just
think a
derive
lot of it is
from-
the verticals are vectors, right? The vertical is the DNA, and then they interpret from there.
Then it solves
Yeah.
it much faster and with a lot less.
Right. Yep.
Wow. What a world we're living in.
Oh,
Oh, here you go.
oh.
Oh. Oh, that's beautiful.
That's cool.
Yes, but does it have to be glowy like it was created by Tinkerbell?
Yes.
This must be in all the apps. Must
Oh,
be in Keynote
definitely.
and everything. As
I mean,
well.
if they're showing it in notes,
And
there's
again,
no way it's
it's-
not in Keynote.
And again, it's all. It's also something that
let's
can
see
be
what
made
they do with
available to all the
photos.
developers. That's the whole thing. It's an API.
yeah.
It was the bagpipes.
Here's
That's
their
what they're upset
here's their
with.
use case. Remove photo bomber. Available only for depth camera with light.
George Costanza could have really used this to remove himself from that photo.
That's much more complex than you think it is. Stickers on a face?
Now I can see how the Pro apps, by the way, could say analyze all this video and put all the metadata that Final Cut needs. Just put all the metadata in, like just
wonderful.
log it all,
or make its color balance consistent.
It could do that,
yeah,
but I mean, just the logging for just auto logging,
tagging.
Yeah, just tagging.
Yeah, just
it's the same stuff we saw Michael Choney show, but on
fill
the
out
device.
the ICMP. The thing with the Pro apps, though, is that kind of an import has to be completely, like every single time it has to occur. It bothers me when it's like, it'll happen eventually. Like there needs a button that says, make that happen now.
But those little recaps of places you've been and things, they've been doing this for 4 years now and just continuing to refine it.
Never use them, though.
And now you can direct it, though. You can say, this is what I want the memory to be.
Exactly.
Is this an app that's particularly good when you have kids? When you don't have kids, do you use it as much?
Good for pets.
Does this mean I finally have to pay for Apple Music just to be able to use? Never mind, I won't. I like my iTunes library too much. It's the only Apple thing that I don't pay for.
Don't you have the big subscription, the one subscription that gives you all that free?
No, I don't.
Oh.
Very, very decidedly so, because I didn't want to lose my iTunes library.
Ah.
So
Understands you and meets you where you are.
Wait, got a drink.
There's the narrative.
Notes is back.
Now Apple can say everyone's talking about Apple Intelligence everywhere. Everyone keeps talking about AI. It's amazing.
Yep.
Oh.
We've figured out how to confuse people who don't know the difference and use it for our benefit.
That's nice. You can snag a phone call, record it. It'll tell them about it, keep you legal.
That's wonderful.
Oh, ChatGPT.
So we're making our developers jump between different tools.
That's why they've been talking.
Yes.
This is excellent.
Oh, there's Alex's favorite use. I have this.
I
that,
just
these, and
I
those.
had shrimp and grits last night that was designed by ChatGPT. My wife, I was like, "Where did you get this recipe?" My wife's like, "ChatGPT."
Shrimp and grits.
It's really good with bacon and vegetables.
Can you take a picture of your pantry and it'll tell you what you can make?
Yeah.
I've told many people.
You have to give it
You actually
permission,
can.
though, to use ChatGPT.
Yeah, that's very cool. So it'll ask you if you want to use ChatGPT before it reaches out.
It will then exfiltrate every piece
That's
of data
cool.
possible. No.
I like the new
Alex,
Siri activation animation. You notice how the edges of the screen
Yeah,
flash?
I really like that.
Yeah,
That's
I
a
love
great
that.
You're
animation.
about to leave the comfortable, private, safe area. Are you sure?
That's right. You're going out in public. Please
Write a
dress
bedtime
accordingly.
story for my kid because I'm tired of reading the same one again.
Wow.
Use less words. Fewer words.
I mean, that's really integrated.
Also,
like-
read to your children. Let's just start there. Like, please read to your children.
Free without creating an account.
Yeah, they've definitely had to pay for this. Like that is a massive burden.
Well, they give Google $15 billion a year. Why not give some of it to ChatGPT?
20.
No, Google gives them $15 billion a year.
Google
yeah,
gives
you're right.
them 15. Yeah.
Yeah, did he said about paid?
Oh,
You can access your paid
Yeah.
features.
So you get the
Features of
free version of
ChatGPT?
this, but yeah.
Yeah. Okay, that's cool.
Yeah. The big thing is the handing this to developers so they can just throw it in without having to figure this all out. It's a big deal.
It'll
Yeah,
be
it's
interesting
like,
to see
you
how
know,
they
the
handle
difference between-
limits.
It's not really what Apple's doing. It's what they're allowing all their developers to do.
Right. It's the reason that so many developers use Stripe, because it's like, add this line of code and you've got Apple Pay and you've got, you know, just every single possible way to take payment. Same idea here. It's one line of code and then you get all this. Restaurant reservations VoIP calling? Finally give us VoIP calling? I still use Google Voice and I adore it. Ian with Rooster in cinematic.
It's in the Rooster's contract.
Yeah. I really, really can't wait to hear the platform State of the Union, because this is where that's where they're gonna delve deep in.
On-device coding completion. That's an important phrase.
Big deal.
That's incredible. What
Yeah.
that means is they may very well be adding Xcode, right? There may be a version of Xcode, for example, that is
Mhm.
unfettered.
It just means that they're not,
Un-
but it's not, it just means that you don't have to share anything you're doing with the rest of the system. It's all stuff that stays on
Right.
your computer.
Personal intelligence, brought to you by Apple.
It's a nice little feature quilt fly-in.
Yeah, no, that's a nice thing, and that's new. They've never done that before.
665,000 watching on YouTube,
Wow.
which is still a fraction of what's probably watching the whole show.
All right, you think they're going to do the one more thing, or you think they're going to wrap it like
They haven't been doing
10,
them.
10 before?
They haven't
Feels
wrapped it
like
up.
wrap up.
Yeah.
You'll note that tvOS is not there. They're not calling it tvOS anymore.
One more thing. We made a car. Psych.
Beep,
Did
beep.
they end up doing an HDR stream into YouTube?
I
Cars
No.
are too
I don't think so.
No.
too
that's not
carbon
true.
heavy. It's the Apple scooter.
Is that built into Keynote now? That dynamic background
Yep.
behind text?
Yeah, that's
Like
been
keyed
built in
into
for
the
a while.
text? Okay. I knew it was in the background of the slide. I didn't know you could like use the text like a mortise.
I don't think that slide's built in Keynote, but it's in the back of the slide. I mean, I think that it's Keynote-ish.
I have to assume they
read-
didn't shoot this entire keynote with an iPhone.
No, I think no, everything except for the guy from Ubisoft.
I would explain the rotten keying. Sorry.
Courtney has pointed out that they haven't announced the velodrome yet.
Yeah.
I did do the
sh-
there's the Apple
Oh,
plane.
that was
Cue the plane.
nice. That
Nice
was
touch.
nice. The callback,
Nice callback.
perfect.
Shot
On
on
iPhone,
an
edited
iPhone.
on Mac. Look at that.
There you go.
They didn't say
All they
edited with
needed.
Final Cut though,
Drone footage shot on iPhone.
which is interesting.
Oh boy.
Cool. Well, that was fun. Hopefully,
That was
hopefully
great.
people enjoyed it. We'll talk tomorrow and find out what people think of our little experiment. But this was a fun we ended up, I thought we would go back and forth. We had a single, but because we were just kind of bouncing around, it didn't make sense to really go back and just have a gallery here. This is a little bit of insight, just so you're wondering, like, well, what did we use for this? This is we're using Zoom ISO to deliver the audio, and Zoom ISO to deliver if we wanted to go to singles, we could go to singles. So if I click to singles here, this is a Zoom ISO single here, but otherwise, and then this is Zoom Tiles. So Zoom Tiles is delivering this frame. I just uploaded a background.
I think
to
you're
Zoom
still
Tiles.
on screen share, and I'm only seeing the
Here,
Keynote rollout.
Yeah, but this is just standby. That's not what's going on. So we are delivering Zoom Tiles as a screen capture. So all of this stuff is going into Mimo Live. So Mimo Live has it's got input all of our individual audio if we needed it, and the ability to go to active speaker and the tiles, which we stuck on the whole time. So that's how we did it. We weren't sure if, it's a lot of beta software. I think almost everything here is a beta of what we're doing, beta versions of it. And so we were like, well, we'll see how it goes. And, but we thought that starting to cover
even
these
our commentary.
What?
Our commentary is beta
this
as
is
well.
beta commentary,
beta.
of course.
That's right.
Oh, tiles. Yeah, we got commentary about the commentary. So the tiles look good. Ryan said, according to the comment, it looks good. Ryan says the OH feed looks killer. So thank you very much. But yeah, this was all sitting on a Mac Studio, and then streamed straight out from Mimo to YouTube, and a fun little experience. I think that I think Rajan pointed out too that it looks really clean. Like when I look at it on full monitor, for you guys, you'll have to look back at it, but it rendered really nice and cleanly. So, yeah.
Could it have been 4K? Does Tiles do 4K?
This could have
does it?
absolutely done 4K. I didn't think of that, and I wish I had, because I definitely could have done this at 4K. Yeah, like this would have been, because all I had to do to go to 4K, all I would have had to do is
just push your encoder, right?
Turn the encoder. Well, I just make Mimo 4K, tell Tiles you're delivering a 4K image, and it would have been a 4K stream.
And
next
go
time
to 720 ISOs maybe.
I'm on
You would have
720
seen that
ISOs
little
right
hair
now.
right there sticking up in 4K.
Yeah, so that's
and
part of
I
why
don't
it
see
looks
that
so
little
clean.
hair
So
right there.
yeah, exactly. Next time we'll do it in 4K. I hadn't even thought of that. I was just happy that it worked. It was all coming together until a couple minutes
Baby
before
steps.
the show. So yeah, so we were piecing it together there. So thank you. Thanks so much to our panel for joining us. It was really great to have all of you here, and it was a fun conversation. It's a really great way to watch a show. Thanks to everyone who watched and gave us comments, and I don't know how many bananas it was. But someone Rajan was, or not Rajan, but Vincent was asking. But thank you to everyone watching and commenting and talking about it. And we'll do this again probably in the fall. So thank you so much. All right, now I'm gonna turn off the stream, and I don't have a good clean way to do it because I didn't quite get that part finished. So we're just gonna say goodbye, and then suddenly I'll just stop talking. So here it is. We're gonna be talking at some point while I'm talking. It's all gonna end. I didn't build an end slide. I was like, as I was wrapping this up, I was like, I didn't build an end slide. So we'll see.